We do know that multiple people have been injured. We don't know if they're students. We don't know if they are people who were just visiting the area, but we are about to have a news conference. Stay tuned. We will have more. We'll have a news conference any minute now. We're just getting set up to do that, and we should get a lot of new information after that.
And what we haven't seen, because it seems like they're keeping people in place, it does not look like that we can see that they are going in and out of a lot of buildings. It could be happening and we're not seeing it. As you can see, there's a lot of police officers and investigators there on the scene. Clearly, this location was close to where something happened because they have the police tape roped off there, keeping us back a safe distance. Earlier in the evening, it appeared that maybe something happened on Thayer Street, and then possibly there was a second scene of a shooting.
At the engineering building?
At the engineering building, right. So whether this proves to be the story that we will hear at the press conference soon, we're not sure. It does seem like it's possible that something happened on Thayer, which is, of course, a public street, and then somehow touched the Brown University campus. General public, as we've mentioned here several times, of course, spending time on Thayer Street on a Saturday night, as well as lots of Brown students. But I guess we can't reiterate enough the potential concern that the students have, and you may be like, well, they're hiding out, they're barricading their doors and stuff. Well, we don't know where the person is.
No.
And there's a lot of buildings. You probably don't just enter one of those Brown University buildings without a key card or something. Probably the door's not open, but did the person have a key card? Could somebody go to a Brown building? Could somebody go into a store or a public building? We just don't know where that person went.
Okay, these are some pictures from Waterman Street. Still some action there. This is where John Perrick was a little while ago, and this is not too far from the engineering building. You know, we probably still have a lot of students on campus right now. This is starting to wind down for the Christmas break, but finals are going on right now. Students were probably in some of those buildings studying, or in their dormitories studying, or in nearby houses studying. So still a lot of students on campus. So right now, this is what we know. Multiple people were shot this afternoon, a mass casualty at Brown University. A couple of different locations going on right now. We're waiting for a news conference to learn more. But 2 people are confirmed dead, and the Providence police have told us that multiple people have been injured and have been sent to area hospitals. We're waiting for a news conference, and there's also a staging area for families to go to at 524 Hope Street. We're going out now to that live news conference.
By Fire Chief Derek Silva, Brown Police Chief Rodney Chapman, Brown Provost Frank Doyle, Governor Dan McKee, Councilman John Gonsalves, Commander Tim O'Hara, and Lieutenant Governor Sabina Matos. It is still early hours in the incident that occurred at Brown today, and so please understand that it's important for us to share what details we do have to the community, because there's a lot of fear and anxiety and unfortunately already some misinformation, but this is very early hours, and so please know that some of these details may be subject to change.
Really don't like this guy. God bless.
Investigation is ongoing.
Leave me alone.
We will be as transparent as we can in the hours to come, and we'll provide regular updates, but we're going to share what we do know at this time. But please bear with us as we know sometimes these details shift as the investigation progresses. Sadly, today is a day that the city of Providence and the state of Rhode Island prayed would never come. We've heard about horrific acts of gun violence and active shooter situations in other places, but not here. But this afternoon at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we received a call. 4:05 was when the initial call came in to Brown University of a report of an active shooter. I can confirm that there are
Oh my God.
individuals who have
What is
died
wrong with you
this
today?
afternoon, and there are another 8 in critical status, those stable, at Rhode Island Hospital. Those are the only injuries or casualties that we know at this time. But as I mentioned, and it's important to remind folks, these numbers may change. We are still in early hours, but at this time there are 2 deceased and 8 who are critical but stable at Rhode Island Hospital. Additionally, we do not have a shooter in custody at this time.
Oh, hell no.
There is a shelter in place in effect for the greater Brown University area. If you live on or near Brown's campus, we are encouraging you to stay home and stay inside. If you're not home at this time, we would encourage you not to return to your homes until the shelter in place has been lifted. We will make regular updates through all
Bro, this is so crazy.
official social media channels. That's where you can find out more information about the shelter in place, if it changes,
Oh my God.
when it's lifted.
This is
I want to
crazy.
commend the heroic work the Providence Police Department.
I wonder where he is right now.
The Brown Police Department, Providence Fire Department, and the many agencies who provided mutual aid today. Brown Police responded first and then were quickly assisted by Providence Police, who fearlessly and courageously entered and worked through the building, and we'll hear from them in a minute. Providence Fire responded quickly as well.
Yo, I love this. Like, yo, this is just great. Like the way they just like give thanks to everyone.
Mutual aid from
Like you just have to.
Rhode Island.
Like, bro, we don't care.
And as I think we know, our community today,
So much politicking.
have really stepped up in a big way today. And we're very grateful for everyone
My bad,
who's offered
guys.
assistance and who will continue to
This
offer
entire time I've been trying to get this right.
The fire department was aided by departments in Warwick, Barrington, Bristol, Brown, EMS, Pawtucket, Cranston, Coventry, Smithfield, East Greenwich, North Kingstown, Woonsocket, Professional Ambulance Company, Situate, and Cumberland. Providence Police and Brown Police were aided by East Providence, Cranston, Cumberland, the State Police.
That man is in mi sueño right now hiding.
Brown, Providence, and the FBI are currently in close coordination as they seek to find the shooter or shooters. The shooting took place at the Barris and Holly building, which is a Brown University engineering and physics building. The building contains both classrooms and lab space. We'll hear from the provost in a minute with some additional updates from Brown.
My God, this is crazy.
There will be a family reunification center that Brown will be setting up effective at 7 o'clock. Please stay tuned for updates on where that will be. We are encouraging anyone who was a witness to today's action to please contact the police.
Oh, they're gonna be calling them like crazy. Mad conspiracies. Mad conspiracies. About to come out. It's a red flag! False flag, sorry.
The state of Rhode Island, who was quick to call and offer assistance and has been in touch with our law enforcement, had the state police respond quickly, and has been a great partner to the city of Providence on this sad day. Governor McKee.
This is crazy.
The rule has happened, and I've been in touch, as the mayor said, to make sure that all the resources that we have, whether it's the EMA, our state police, Department of Health, which we've been in contact with as well, are responding in a way that is being helpful as possible. We've been in contact with the White House as well. Our office has been in contact with the White House. So we will bring all our resources to the table. I've been in touch with Governor Healy as well as other governors who have experienced the same tragedy. So our thoughts go out to those.
he's so boring. Jesus Christ.
Provide the assistance to
Bro,
the authorities here in Providence.
just what a bore.
Statewide, and
It's my governor, guys.
make sure that we are doing everything we can to help the families.
Truly a leader I want to follow. Just negative enthusiasm.
Yeah, Governor. Now I'd like to introduce Chief Rodney Chapman from Brown PD.
Jesus Christ. I'm taking this off. My head is sweaty.
Rodney Chapman, I'm Vice President for Brown University, Vice President of Public Safety and Emergency Management, and I serve as Chief of Police as well. As mentioned, and we will mention this several times, this is a very fluid situation and dynamically evolving. Needless to say, my primary concern is the safety and security of this community, and we are encouraging, if anyone has information about the tragic events that unfolded this afternoon, to please contact us and provide that information. At this moment, I do want to say and share that my profound thanks and appreciation for all of the first responders who have come to assist us and all that are gathered right now speaking to continue this investigation, to include all of the City of Providence resources, state resources, and the federal government in terms of the FBI and ATF. Sir.
Jesus.
Now, Commander Tim O'Hara from Providence Police.
Good evening, Tim O'Hara, Deputy Chief of Providence Police. So earlier this afternoon, when we received a call for an active shooter inside a building inside Brown University, our officers responded, and as they're trained to do, entered that building immediately and began searching for a suspect. They did a systematic search of the building. However, no suspect was located at that time. They were able to clear that building and provide a safe place for all of students and faculty and workers that were in that building.
Oh my
to
God.
be at. Preliminarily,
They didn't let the chief of police talk?
a suspect that was a male dressed in black. It is unknown how he entered the building, but we do know that he exited the Hope Street side of that complex. We're utilizing every resource possible to find this suspect.
Bro, this dude is in mass right now.
I urge people
He
to
has to
take that
be,
very
bro.
seriously. Please do not come to the area. There's an active police investigation going on, and there's a lot of police activity. We've got assistance so far from some surrounding communities, the state police, the Cranston Police, East Providence Police, as well as our federal partners in the FBI and the ATF. We're talking to witnesses at this time and delving into any video that's in the area, and the investigation is very active and ongoing. We'll be updating you, I'm sure, throughout the night, but as I said, right now there is no suspect that is under arrest, so please stay out of the area. Thank you.
We'll take questions at the end. We'll take questions at the end. We have a few more speakers, please. Next, Fire Chief Derek Silva.
Derek Silva, Fire Chief of the City of Providence. As mentioned previously, at 4:05 p.m. we were dispatched to the area of Waterman and Thayer for an active shooter incident where our firefighters, known as a rescue task force, linked up with Providence Police with 2 operational locations at Waterman and Thayer and Waterman at Hope. Rescue Task Force is a firefighter that wears body armor and has ability to stop any shooting wounds and make sure that any victims are extricated quickly. With the assistance of police in neighboring cities and towns, 8 people were transported.
Jesus Christ.
But stable condition, and 2, unfortunately, were dead on arrival.
Down right.
A total of 10 victims, but as
Jesus.
this is a developing incident, and we are still actively searching the buildings along with Providence Police to make sure that everyone has gone home safe and that there are no one else that needs our assistance. Thank you.
Sorry, guys. I'm getting updates on my phone as I'm talking.
Provost of Brown University, Frank Doyle.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm Frank Doyle, Provost at Brown University. I want to reiterate, this is an evolving situation, as you've heard multiple times. Our first priority is the safety of our academic community, the campus community, and coordinating closely with law enforcement and medical services. In the meantime, we continue to direct our community to shelter in place in the greater vicinity of the campus. We are working immediately to determine who was in the building at the time of the shooting and any impacts from the shooting. We do know that there were final exams taking place in the building between 2 and 5 p.m. We can
Go to
confirm
somebody.
that support services are on site. We have been and continue to be very grateful to law enforcement and emergency medical personnel. We have relocated students to get support services at a secure location.
Jesus.
Providing more details. We continue
Why are they already thinking?
for their ongoing support. We're committed to keeping our community informed, supporting our students.
Yo, these comments are hilarious.
As well as the affected faculty and staff.
Bunch of betas. I'm not gonna lie. I don't believe in anyone who just spoke. I'm not confident.
We are a week and a half away from Christmas, and 2 people died today, and another 8 are in the hospital. So please pray for those families. Understand that this is not something our community has gone through together, but I also know this community, and I know that its best moments are when we come together to support one another. It's going to be a difficult rest of the day, difficult weeks and months ahead as this community heals. And each and every one of us can play a small role in that, in supporting one's neighbor and offering that support and their prayers for everyone involved. At this point, we'll be happy to take questions
Mayor,
as
what
we
can
know
you
them.
tell us about the victims, including whether they were all Brown University students?
We cannot disclose any details about the victims at this time, whether they were students or not, or any other details. We will make those details available when they become available. We expect to be providing regular updates throughout the evening and in the days to come, and this is too early to be able to provide those details.
Was there any
Mayor, how did
advance
it happen
warning
that-
that something like this might be happening?
The first we learned about today was the 911 call that came in, but we had no other, I don't think, we had no other notice or threat indicators or anything like that. Please, Kate.
Mayor, do you know exactly when Brown University did put out that someone was in custody? How long was that misinformation out for, and how was that determination made and then retracted?
There was an individual who was preliminarily thought to be involved and was later determined to have no involvement, and that's why we can confirm that at this time there is nobody in
They got the wrong guy. Wow.
investigation or interrogation of that individual. I don't know.
There's a weapon been recovered?
Commander?
No weapons have been recovered.
Do you know what weapon was used?
We just know that it was a firearm.
Obviously.
Firearm, we're unaware of.
You're a Brown University police officer.
Yes, we are.
Commander, do you need a pass to get into that building, or could someone just get in off the street?
I'm unaware of how the security of that building works.
They're so awkward and unorganized. Oh my god, this is so bad.
And where did it happen in the building? Did this take place inside where the exam was going on?
We're still verifying everything. So we look at everything right now as all part of the crime scene.
Or were
So
the victims found like in a hallway, or were they in a classroom?
we're unable to share that at this time.
Commander, can you say if there have been any confirmed shots fired since the 405 shots?
There was a call that came over for shots fired in the area of Governor Street, but that was unconfirmed and unfounded.
So as far as we know, the gunman has not been seen since around the 4 o'clock hour.
That's correct.
Jesus, he's gone. He's gone. He is in Mass. He's in Fall River.
Hope Street side of the building.
He's in Fall River. Look. She agrees.
I don't have any more information about his.
He's in Fall River.
Commander, could you repeat how the individual exited the building?
He exited the doors at the Hope Street side of the building.
Do police have any video footage of the suspect at this point?
We're working on that right now. We're working along with FBI on tracking down video from that area.
What resources are being used other than video at this point to try to locate the suspect?
Forensic evidence, we're using witness evidence, and we're looking for video mostly right now because we'd like to get video out as quickly as we can of the suspect.
Bro, it's like they've never been in a crime situation. Like, what are these responses sound so, like, unconvincing? They sound so unmotivated.
As I said earlier, state police are involved, ATF.
I don't believe this.
Police detectives and all the other squads that we have available to us.
Oh my god, Cash Patel's coming to Rhode Island?
And our
It's about to be nasty.
Any multi-state alerts?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Has everyone vacated that building at this point?
No, not everybody. There's still a police presence in that building. That's we're going to be in that building for quite some time.
But the students or faculty, bystanders?
Yes, everybody that was in that building at the time has been moved.
Commander, so it's 2 deceased and 8 that are in basic critical condition at the hospital?
They're in stable condition at the hospital, Rhode Island Hospital right now.
Are they able to provide any details? Or?
That's what we're working on right now, John.
In terms of when that suspect was last seen, he was leaving the building on Hope Street. Was that an eyewitness account? Did police see him leave? Was there any interaction with police with that suspect?
No interaction with that suspect with police. That was from eyewitness account.
Chief Denjay from Channel 10. I just wanted to know if there's any kind of description you can provide to anybody here right now. I know it's kind of hard, but we don't know what we're looking for. So there's a lot of people on edge. Is there anything that you can give us?
All I can give you is a male, all dressed in black at this time. We're hoping to get something very soon. An image would be the best thing for us to get out there to you guys and everybody else. So
Do you have an image of him?
a mask on, did he?
that I can't confirm.
Do you have an image of him? Is he
I do not
have.
have an image of him.
Commander,
Did he
did,
left on foot or did he get into a vehicle?
He left on foot.
Did he go down Hope Street?
He exited the building on Hope Street. Where he went from there, we're unsure.
how do you find a suspect in a city campus? Makes it very, very challenging.
We have all available resources, and as the governor mentioned, he's in touch with governors in other areas as well. This will be an ongoing investigation. Obviously, FBI, ATF, Providence Police, Brown Police are all actively investigating this as we speak, and we will provide updates as they become available. We expect to provide regular updates throughout the evening and in the days to come. We will share information as we have it with all of you. We knew that this update was preliminary, but we also know that there's a lot of fear and anxiety and concern in our community, and so it was important to get out the details that we do have at this time. At this point, you know all the information that can be shared, and we will keep the community and members of the press corps updated as we go throughout the evening.
Has there ever been a shooting at Brown University before?
To my knowledge.
Commander, has Chief Perez been briefed on the incident?
Absolutely.
Where is he?
The chief is on his way here and will be at our later press availabilities.
What kind of
Residents of who are living, obviously, in this
Bro.
area are concerned, they're instructed to shelter in place. If they see something that they feel is suspicious, what is the best way for them to reach out? Can they send pictures? Can they reach out? Obviously, you can call police.
They should call the police. That is the best way. Social media or other forms of communication are not the appropriate venue. You should call 911 if you believe you have information that may help us with this investigation. Particularly if you were a student on campus or an adult on campus that was near the area that you think you have something to contribute, please call the police to help us with our investigation.
Mayor, is there any thought about shutting businesses down, like on their street or anything like that? I know they did that in Maine after this.
At this point, we're not mandating that businesses shut, but we are asking everyone to shelter in place, and so we would hope that everyone would stay indoors until they hear otherwise from official City of Providence channels. In this day and age, we know that there's this information available online, and so please, when it comes to official updates,
Damn it.
shelter in place and other updates, go to the City of Providence's
Hold
Twitter,
up, guys.
Facebook, Instagram, any of our social media channels, and is clearly marked as the official City of Providence page so that you know you're getting the accurate and official update.
Shelter in place extends to what area?
The shelter in place is defined as the broader Brown community, Brown neighborhood. Everyone knows if they live near Brown, and certainly if you're on campus. Because we don't have additional information to share at this time about the location of a shooter, we cannot more specifically define it than that.
Freaking camera died.
This is a scary time, I know. As many folks know, I live proximate to the campus, and I'm hearing from friends and neighbors. We're encouraging people to stay inside until there are additional updates.
Can we ask the provost a
Sure.
question? What is the policy at Brown University regarding firearms? Could a student legally have a firearm in the door?
No.
They cannot?
They cannot.
Okay.
Mayor, I'm just asking,
Yes.
was the chief coming in, was he out of state?
I don't know. He's in transit, and he's expected to be here within an hour or two, and so he will be with us at future updates this evening.
What time did police arrive at the scene after the first?
Hold on, Pat. We're going to take Nisha's question first, and Chief, this might be for you, please.
What was that?
What time did police arrive at the scene after the first 911 call?
The exact time, I don't know, but it's, the Barris and Holly is 184 Hope Street, and it's a very short drive from us, so.
This is crazy.
How about for Providence Police? When were they contacted?
Whenever we were called, we responded immediately and immediately entered that building looking for the shooter.
We'll provide a timeline later in the evening.
How often do the various law enforcement agencies prepare for situations like this? Do they do active shooter simulations, trainings, establishing perimeters? Talk a little bit about that training that goes into this multi-agency response.
Certainly.
Go ahead.
Well, certainly welcome you to as well. We just did a few months ago a joint training, Brown PD and Providence PD and Providence Fire and Rescue Task Force. It is something we certainly plan for, practice for, rehearse, but never want to see it come to fruition like it did today. But it is something that we definitely prepare for multiple times throughout the year, and as mentioned, we just had a joint training several months ago.
Colonel?
And Kate, I would just add, I'm sorry, John, 1 second. I would just add, Kate, that the City of Providence conducted an active shooter drill, a live drill at a closed school about 18 months ago with not just police, but fire, emergency management, and the other various departments in city government that are responding. This is a sad state of our country right now where you have to plan for these things. And hopefully the community takes some comfort to know that their Providence leadership has planned for this occurrence, including very recently.
Colonel, you said that there was final exams going on in the building. Where is the campus? Are there still most students on campus? Have some already taken their exams and gone home?
So a little bit of both. Some students have gone home, but there, as the provost said, there's still some activity going on. Provost?
We're still in the finals period. So students who didn't have exams have left, but
Can you say it was final exam for what class?
we're not prepared to release that information right now. There were multiple exams in the building.
Pat,
Were you there?
hold on, Pat.
Or should I address this to the Colonel? Does the Brown University receive threatening chatter at any time? And in what manner does Brown University Police monitor that, or is that turned over to Providence Police right away?
There's a strong partnership and collaboration between Brown University and Providence PD. Any information like that we will share, and we also share it with the Fusion Center as well. As mentioned, we have no verified information, warning, or anything related to today's events.
Dan,
Mayor,
hold on a second. John, Dan?
Mayor, you live right next to the building, correct? Were you home at the time?
I was home at the time.
Did anyone come to you to you shelter in place? Can you just give what happened when you found out?
Yeah, I was at home watching the PC game and saw lights and sirens go by my house, and at which time Commander O'Hara called me with a very preliminary update, and then have been in touch, and obviously, as you point out, about a block away, very proximate through the rest of the evening.
Deputy Chief
I'm sorry.
O'Hara, Deputy
John,
Chief,
then Dan.
If someone right now feels they may have video that's useful, someone running by their house, someone acting suspicious, who do you want them to contact?
I want them to contact the police department. Call us up. We'll send a detective out there right away and see what kind of evidence they may have.
And we will check ring cameras, businesses,
Yes,
someone
they
may
should.
have video.
If they have a ring camera in the area of the shooting, they should be reviewing that right now and see if there's anything that looks suspicious. We'll follow
To
up.
follow up on that question, with that area and all of the cameras in that area, you have to have something.
I don't have anything yet, Dan.
Are you looking through it though?
Absolutely.
Okay, and the conditions of the victims, a source at the hospital says that there could be more casualties. Can you just gently tell us what we know about the conditions?
We can't speak any further about the condition. They are in critical but stable condition, and we will provide additional updates as they become available. As we have mentioned multiple times, and I will mention again because it's very important that we be honest and transparent with all of you and with parents and loved ones who are concerned about, they've got students who are away at school or they have someone who works at Brown. We're not done yet, and so while we have no other victims at this time that we're aware of, it is possible.
Jesus Christ.
So,
This is crazy.
It's very important that we...
Bro, this is like
This is preliminary information.
insanity.
There is a minimum of 8 victims
And it's like,
in the hospital.
you know what the thing is, bro?
But it is all subject to...
Is that if I go on Twitter right now,
If those changes,
I just know,
be sure to share them with you.
I just know it's a mess.
Are you confident it's just one individual you're looking for?
Let's go on Twitter.
Information we have now.
Let's go on Twitter.
272-1111 or 272-3121.
Because I know how Twitter people be.
As I mentioned, we expect to be providing additional updates throughout the evening. If you're not on our press list, please see Josh. Raise your hand. Please see Josh to make sure you get on the press list. That's where we will notify folks about additional availability.
Jesus
throughout the
Christ.
evening. As we have more information, we will share it. Thank you very much.
Will there be more press conferences there here?
This is America 2025. Pray for him. Bro.
And you have been watching a live news conference with Providence officials about
Jesus.
a mass casualty situation at Brown University.
My
We have
God.
now confirmed 2 people are dead, 8 in critical condition at local hospitals.
And pretty concerningly, that suspect still at large somewhere in the city.
Yo, Donald Trump is so funny to me. He be so wrong.
Where the suspect is.
He said, yo, we got him. Never mind. It's something wrong with this guy, bro.
So this is concerning. concerning not only for students who are still on campus now, but for the greater Providence community and Rhode Island at large.
Shelter in place continues.
Absolutely. We're about 90 minutes into our live coverage, and
Jesus.
we're going to get started now with NBC 10 News at 7.
NBC 10 News starts with breaking news.
All right, you're looking at live pictures now, and this is on the
Wow.
east side of Providence. This is right in the area of Hope Street. Earlier, we heard that 2 people are dead, 8 in critical condition at a mass shooting in the Norris and Holly building. The suspect fled on Hope Street to that building on foot.
Let's turn it down a little bit. We're going to really react to this. This is absolutely right. Shoot, yo, you kill me during finals? Like, you couldn't have done me in before that? Like, you made me go through the whole year study just to die on my exam? That's hate. That, yo, I'm not even making jokes. That is some evil, cruel shit, bro. That's crazy. I will say, though, you know, this is very, like, surreal. Because this is really, like, a few minutes from my crib. Like, these people are barricaded up. I get phone calls from people in my community, like, text messages telling people updating them. This is crazy. He running.
Right now they're saying that some students were in the area taking exams. It's unclear if there was an exam going on and that's where the shooting broke out. Again, 2 people killed.
There it is. He was remember, the shooter didn't act alone. He was assisted by 220 House members, 53 senators, 6 Supreme Court justices, 1 president, and the NRA. Call it activism. Bro, like, this doesn't do anything. It does nothing, and it just fuels the fire, because I promise you, if I click this, watch, first message I'm going to see is a gun-free campus. Bro, like, it's like, Brown is a gun-free campus, bro. Last time I checked, Rhode Island has the strictest gun laws, and the university was a gun-free zone. Like, they're going to make this their thing. And this is kind of my issue. This isn't going to lead to more pointless debates and not sensible legislation around gun control and gun regulation. I don't know what that looks like. I have absolutely no idea. I'm not an expert on guns, and I'm not an expert on gun legislation. And I know for a fact that people have modified their guns to still pass certain gun legislations. Marco Rubio made that a thing when he was on the debate stage in Florida, and he's saying, like, listen, we passed the AR bill. If that's the bill, that's the Clinton crime bill, the Clinton assault rifle bill. Like, it failed because they just modified their weapons. It's either, so I don't know what legislation can look like. I don't know what proactive gun legislation that fixes these problems look like, but it's a real issue and it needs to be done because this is very concerning. Cash Patel, oh my God, I really hope he goes to Rhode Island. I'm going to give him the biggest kiss. I'm like, mwah! So pretty. So big old nose he got. Little pretty Indian. His girl's pretty cute though, I'm not going to lie, but she looks like she gets thrashed. It's crazy. Jesus. These cops have no idea what they're doing.
Shut down all the businesses downtown. So right now, there's no, mourning process.
I need to go get my hookah flavor at one point. I gotta go get my hookah flavor. I gotta go get some food because I know this is about to be there's about to be a lockdown, bro. There's no way. If this dude is still like up and around, because he walked, like he walked. He did. Like he didn't just like disappear. He's walking, bro. Let's see who's on Discord, man. See. Let's see. Yeah. People online. Might hop on. I might not. Might continue to chat with you guys, even though there's no one here. But you know what? You gotta sit through these chats. Let me see something. Oh, that looks way better when I do it that way. Okay, guys. Chat, I'll be right back. 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 I just need lighting.
And the reason why that there's so much police officers and ambulances standing by, and I'm sure that our team is showing us you video and pictures, is because if they try to corner this man, there could be more gunfire. That's why there's such a heightened alert right here. We also shouldn't lose fact in that 2 people have lost their lives. This is a neighborhood where you kind of felt
Man, let's get locked down together. I'm gonna make a hookah. Let's get locked down together.
Not that you would have to. This is obviously a pinpointed attack, but 2 lives were lost. On the second day of finals, we don't know if there was, but we do know that there were lives lost.
Let's make a hookah. I'm gonna get locked down. Oh my god, I sat on my cat. Sorry, baby. Sorry, baby. She's hurt. She's definitely stressed. Jesus. Let's see. Let me get a light up in here.
Well, I think that's a personal decision. You may have heard me ask the mayor, Patrice, about whether.
Because if I have no light, right? Look really nuts. Put on a light. That's how I look. Let's try it with no light. I'm gonna try this.
Well, I think it's important to note too, he said, there is a family staging area, but you don't want parents.
I always feel like someone's watching me. Bear with me, chat. No, I don't do this shit often. I don't really do this every day.
And you really can't come down here, Patrice. It is blocked off almost in every street you go in. And when I pulled up,
What the hell?
The yellow line was, and they didn't know who I was. All of a sudden, 2 police cars swing in, and then so this is an armed.
No, I'm so glad.
So this is
At least a lockdown, so I don't gotta go outside and talk to people, man.
I know our team is all across.
He's so antisocial.
Keep you updated. We're
Some days.
another news conference. He didn't tell us when, but we'll bring it to you live here on NBC 10. Patrice, have a good night.
Aaron and Dan, thank you very much. Keep us posted of what you find out there. Again, there's been a mass casualty situation.
What the hell, Yante?
There is
The
a
hell?
shelter in place right now at Brown University, the whole surrounding
Brother.
area. People are
Brother.
being told to make sure that they stay safe, lock their doors.
My shit is cooked. My joint is cooked. My joint is cooked.
Get out of there and fight. That's what
Damn,
we
chat.
want people right now.
I'm
It's
cooked.
another situation. We're going to go out to Todd McGee right now, and he is a former state trooper in Massachusetts and our law enforcement expert. What can you tell us, Todd?
Yes, in this incident, we're going to have
Chat.
the jurisdictional
I can't find it,
resources
chat.
from the law enforcement community. Obviously, Providence Police is the lead agency, but now you're going to have Rhode Island State Police converge on the scene, working with Providence Public Safety, as well as you'll have most likely FBI, as well as the ATF. We will bring the federal resources into this situation as part of the investigation, but also your neighboring
Damn,
communities.
Glow.
Those additional resources will help with the investigations. They'll help triage.
Damn, Glow.
They'll work with collecting forensic
Okay. Low key. It works better like this.
But all of these things will be happening in real time.
And Todd, one of the things that I think probably
Damn, Glow. Yeah, that looks way better. Yo, I'm looking crisp. I'm looking crispy. All right, my bald head out. Let's do this. I love this. Just trolls, man. Look at this.
time starts to go on and they still don't have the suspect in custody, how do they widen the scope of their search?
So to answer the shelter.
Why they posting homie, bro? Oh my god. It's crazy because he's from Rhode Island. Like, I would love to hear what he has to say about this. Because he's such a polarizing figure. But I don't see him speaking up, honestly. Probably just to talk about, can't trust blacks.
As mentioned, Brown University is not an isolated campus. There are buildings all over the city and mixed in within residential areas of the city. far as the investigation expanding itself, this is going to be a manhunt. So I believe it was reported earlier that the Mass State Police are on standby with their air wing. But also, besides the air wing resource, you also
Yo, Governor Gavin Newsom has no idea what Rhode Island even looks like. I promise you. This shit just makes me laugh.
assist in the search. So all these things are happening real time. And again, this is a significant event. People really need to pay attention to what's being reported and to keep themselves safe.
And it's really important now for women
Damn, bro.
to come forward and let the police know if they saw something, if they recognize the person, if they see something on social media that might help them.
100%. This is where law enforcement can't do it itself. Law enforcement needs eyewitnesses. They need the community to come forward. They need the community, even if it's something that turns out to not be a lead.
Okay.
One extra lead that the law.
So, I'm going to tell you something. I think this is going to turn into a lockdown situation. So, I'm going to go buy my stuff before we are told we can't leave our house. That's number one. Number two is this. I'm watching all this and it's the same reactions. It's kind of concerning because, you know, how do I explain this? Let me increase the resolution on this. Scale. No. Let's see. See if I can boost this up. No. I have to just stick with this. Okay. It's just because it looks like shit. I don't know why. Damn, ho. Let's see if I minimize it. It still look crappy. Yeah, it does. I don't know why my thing does that. The PX just looks terrible. I'll fix that one day. But this is what I'm gonna tell you. This is my rant. You're going to see a multitude of people, you know what, that are just going to be like pushing this agenda from both sides. You see like incoming 53 GOP senators and 220 GOP reps tweeting, saying thoughts and prayers, while they never had nor never will have any intention of fixing anything like the gun violence that just happened at Brown University. Like, the weaponization of these type of situations is so problematic because if we act on fear, then we pass legislation. Cool. But this is kind of my problem. Again, I said it earlier. Marco Rubio like emphasized this. And this is where you kind of have to have a level-headed understanding of the situation. When Marco Rubio was speaking, he was actually, I think he was being genuine. This was in 2016 when he was running for office. And he says, you know, we tried the AR restriction policies. It didn't work because they modified their guns. So they weren't considered the ARs that they were restricting. And I could see a world like that. Again, I don't know anything about guns. Like, I'm not a gun owner. I'm not like a gun fanatic. And I understand gun owners and gun fanatics have said that. They're basically telling you is the only way to truly get rid of guns, to be able to actually properly regulate them, is like getting rid of them. And that's not what people want. Like, there is a good set of population of people who don't want that. So I don't know what this looks like. And I understand the argument is, well, other countries, you know, they don't have firearms. You know, like, people just don't hold firearms. And I get that. I do. And I get that's the thing. And that's the conversation. Do you go down that path, or do you try to, you know, find a way to properly regulate gun laws without the firearm issue like becoming a real thing? I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. And I'm not gonna pretend to know. Me personally, I think gun control became a thing when black and brown people started to use it to fund their revolutions. I think, you know, a lot of gun policies we saw getting pushed heavily was when it became a black and brown issue. You know, we didn't see the AR-15 ban, like that type of regulation, that type of like AR regulation, just gun regulation in general, until the war on crime, in regards to black and brown communities. The same way, you know, regulations that limited people that were in the Black Panthers from, you know, arming themselves, weaponizing themselves. So as a black person, I don't know if I'm really gonna let white people take my arms from me. I don't trust you in the position of power you're in the system you've created. I'm in a constant state of disadvantage in it, so I'm cool. But I get it because it causes stuff like this. But I will tell the public is, you know, just be careful with the narratives. Be careful with the agendas. There's gonna be a lot of them. I don't know what gun regulation looks like, and I don't know what gun regulation in the future looks like. Again, I'm not an expert on that stuff. But what I do know is there are people who are going to ramp up the agendas, and they're coming. So brace yourself. I know I kind of been rambling because it's like it's just happening live, and I live here. I just don't know how to react because it's like that could have been me. It could have been a friend. It could have been a family member. It's so crazy. It's surreal. But I'm not an emotionally driven person when it comes to politics. Like when things happen, emotion doesn't drive my decision making. I just don't care. Like I don't think being emotion driven creates legitimate long standing policy that's gonna work. I think it just creates more problems. Like look at this. They're bringing up the Sandy Hook stuff. Like, what does this do? What does this do? Like, you rarely ever see suggestions too. I think that's the concerning part. Is like, what is it? Instead of just like feeding into the mass media rhetoric, like, oh my God, Trump's America. Oh my God, Democrats are overreacting. You could also just give solutions. Neither side ever does. It's just so interesting. It's so surreal when it's happening to you. Like I don't even know how to react right now. I'm just praying for those families, bro. Praying for the people that lost their lives, hoping that there is legitimate change that can come out of this. Probably not, but I do hope because it's just crazy. So crazy. Sorry, I was reading that report. Tweet. I'm like, wait. What does that say? Man, I'm tired. But that's everything. Shooter still at large. No new information has come about.
Those are the only injuries or casualties that we know at this time.
One thing we saw in that video.
Yeah, they're just gonna dissect this now for content. I don't care enough. Again, I pray that this situation that they catch this guy. I pray that this guy is brought to justice, and I also pray that we have legitimate policy. Like I'm hoping for that. I'm advocating for that. I'm not advocating for any of this, and I'm not advocating for any of this any of this just fear mongering crap. Oh, good. I don't need this. Again, I'm sorry for my down energy. I'm usually very up in energy. It's just been a long day and I'm seeing this and it's like, this is crazy. Oh, Trump speaks. Hold on.
All we can do right now is pray for the victims and for those that were very badly hurt, it looks like. And we'll inform you later as to what's happening, but it's a shame. It's a shame. Just pray. Thank you very much.
Just thoughts and prayers type shit. I hear it. I get the frustration with that statement because it's like, what is thoughts and prayers ever gonna do for people? You feel me? Gosh. Yeah. This is gonna be littered with rhetoric. You see, like I don't care. It's the effing guns. I don't care. I don't care enough. That bill incarcerated a lot of black and brown people. I don't know about that one, buddy. You see, like there's just so much data being thrown out, so much misinformation, so much rhetoric. It is what it is. Like, look at this. The president of the United States is tweeting false information during an active shooter situation at Brown University. There's no limit to Trump's inhumanity, nor his idiocy. Also, meaningful gun reform. Now, bro, where is he from? I would love to know where he's from. He's from Washington, D.C., right? And he's tweeting that because he wants the one-up on Trump. Yo, bro, he got the same misinformation the entire state got. What are we talking about? Like, didn't even bother to check it. I hope someone checked him in the comments. Yeah, like, oh my God. This is gonna be like the rest, and I'm mad that it's my state because now I gotta see like politicians from my state saying this is Trump's America on CNN. Like, what the fuck, bro? It's so stupid. I think this is the worst part: is the politicizing of the situations. And it's good content though. It's very funny to react to. Trump is ill-informed. This is dangerous. No suspect is in custody. Their Brown University shooting. Yeah, again, like. He said that because that's what they told us too. Like, that was a mistake the police department made. They arrested somebody. Like, this guy didn't bother to check that. Like, it's very funny. Now every mass shooting I ever see, I'm gonna question everything because I'm watching misinformation being sent right now. Damn, ho. A lot of people in my messages talking. So I'm going to leave. I'm going to probably come back tomorrow and react to stuff, react to like the narratives and stuff. This is fun. I enjoy lives. Lives are fun. Lives are very fun. But it's definitely my first live. I know it was kind of shit, but it's okay. I'm getting used to it. I'm getting used to being continuously talking, continuously being engaging. I yawned a lot because I'm actually really tired. I had a long day, so I apologize. But again, very interesting. I do hope that out of this comes out of legitimate legislation. Like, this is now my home state that's being affected by this, and it's pretty depressing, but it is what it is. But I think the bigger conversation is we are going to see that this situation is going to get politicized. It's going to be blasted everywhere, and it's not going to help the problem. And I'm very upset that, my city and my state's going to have to deal with this, right? I think this is our first mass shooting, if I'm correct, in this city. And in a few weeks, no one's going to care. We will, because we're going to remember it. Like, we're going to always remember this. We're always going to talk about this. But the country's going to forget, because you always forget mass shootings. There's been, like, a bunch of mass shootings this year. I forget every single one of them. And the only thing that's going to be remembered by it is archived tweets of people using gotcha moments on the president and gotcha moments on their oppositions. Neither side actually presenting legitimate solutions for this problem. Pretty sad. We're up in Arizona. God bless. All right, guys. I'm going to head out. Appreciate y'all for watching. Every single person that watched or watches on the playback. This is pretty tragic. Again, I pray for the families. I pray for the friends. It's such a surreal moment. I pray for the families of the victims. I'm sorry. I pray that, the people that are in hospital, that they make it healthy, that their families get to see them again. The two people that died, it's a tragedy. It's terrible. Like, being here, living here, seeing this, possibly knowing those two people, possibly have run into these two people one day in my life. It's like, wow, it changes your perspective. And I do believe, more and more that we need some form of regulation, some form of change around gun policy. The question is, are we going to completely give up our guns? And I don't even think I can honestly say that I'd be willing to do that, even though I personally don't own any, because every gun legislation that usually comes out is disproportionately affects black and brown people, and it usually ends up with them being in jail or being, in a lower position of power. So disenfranchised in some way. So I definitely don't know. But regardless, something has to be done. And it does not begin by this. It doesn't start with just politicizing stuff. God bless. I will see you guys. I'll be posting more clips soon, more content, more reactions, a bunch of stuff that's been happening. I'll probably talk about this tomorrow. Thank you guys. Love you guys. Have a good one.